Alright. Chocolate milk acquired. Hopefully this helps. At the very least, it makes me happy, so. It'd be better to not ascertain what or whom this stew is made of. The room is filled with a sickening stench of carrion. Kobold artist. An odd kobold sits in front of the wall. His scales, snout, and especially hands are covered with something akin to a blend of tar and what seems to be rancid, mud-colored filth. Occasionally, the kobold plunges his hand into the clay pot nestled beside him, grabs a handful of paint, and slowly smears it on the wall. Oh god. Rancid, mud-colored filth. I don't think it's mud. Judging by the odor, I can tell exactly what the main ingredient in this paint is. That's what I was thinking. The unintelligible smears gradually resolve into a crude drawing of a huge kobold striking a heroic pose. There are many smaller figures surrounding him, but you can't tell who they might be. The kobold continues with his strokes. He doesn't seem to have noticed you, or perhaps he's just too lost in his work. Watch the kobold. The kobold continues in a strange state that seems to be somewhere between deep meditation and a trance. He raises his paint-smeared hands to the wall, makes a small and deliberate stroke, then steps back to examine his creation as a whole. Looks like you're busy. I won't bother you anymore. Sure. Okay, hang on. What are these rooms over here? Ooh. Can a mortal become a god? It's the very idea of blasphemy. Science relies on experience, where there may be evidence presented in support. But when science encounters theology, it recoils. The term evolution has no application to the divine spark that illuminates dull matter in incomprehensible ways. The foremost example is angels, to whom we owe the existence of our virtuous mortal souls, which brings us to a paradox. A mortal soul transforms into an immortal essence. There are many such breathtaking events, which each promise a connection to the divine. Sunny Serenade is a perfect proof of this. The Starstone trial desecrated divinity, turned it into a god's exam, where any trickster with a handful of spells who can avoid some traps in a deadly maze may rise to divinity. Is the nature of divinity, then, so sacred indeed? Huh. Who's this dude? You see a pile of mutilated bodies reaching nearly to the ceiling. The bodies used to be humans, dwarves, cows, sheep, and God knows what else. Some corpses look fresh, others have already started to decompose, filling the passageway with a heavy, sickening stench. The trolls probably use this corner as meat storage. You're ready to pass by, but suddenly you notice some weak movement near the edge of the pile. Having a closer look, you understand one of the corpses is not exactly a corpse yet. A bare-chested dwarf moves his lips silently, staring blindly at the ceiling. His chest has some bite marks left by a huge jaw, and he has no legs. They seem to have been bitten off at the knees. Ew. So much for not eating people! Tristan examines the poor fellow carefully. Difficult, the priest whispers faintly. A single healing spell will not be enough. He casts a meaningful glance at you, but that is no reason not to try. Amiri grunts in disapproval, caressing the hilt of her sword. It feels wrong to finish him off. He fights death itself. This battle is his. Let's leave this miserable sufferer alone. He's on the verge of non-existence, so let him make his own last step into oblivion. Ekin pulls out an arrow out of the quiver. Pulls an arrow out of the quiver. Mercy, he says, pointing towards a dying dwarf. Finish the dwarf off. Poor Sod has had enough. At least we can release him from his suffering. The dwarf dies quickly and quietly. You leave his body, hoping his soul will find peace, wherever it is now. Ekin exhales loudly and nods. Right choice. It's tough, but it's right. Can I, like, loot him now?
Child's play.
Ooh. This mad dwarf had been trying to cast an ancient curse on you. It's good you managed to stop him. Well then! You could have said that before! Step, step, step. Like before I made the decision. Can I, like, heal myself? Do I have any healing potions? Oh, I've got a shit ton of healing potions. Where did these all come from? Okay, there are more dudes there.
I aim true.
I'll say she's pretty low on health. Nice. Not bad. This is probably where we're going to want to use an acid bomb.
You forced my hand.
Oh, I need to move those people back, I think. So that we can try to get the mammoth and stuff out in there.
They go down! You cannot hide from me.
The hell? That's why I wish that there was like a confirm thing. Because I don't even know what the fuck happened there.
I'll try to make this swift.
Actually, once we clear this floor, I wonder if we can camp. I mean, I probably actually... No, those are branded. We don't want to use that. I'll just use this.
What old waste.
Nowhere to run. Get yourself exposed.
Nice. 2 down.
So it's come to this.
Nice.
Ouch.
Will they ever
Alright, Amiri.
bring it?
Become as dust.
There we go.
Time.
Oh.
Trail me.
I don't like surprises.
Okay, can I camp? And then we might as well not do this. And I can... Well, that's a lot better. And I'll go with that. And then... one temporary hit point, movement speed, saving throws, movement speed, saving throws, movement speed. Longer without going for rest. Saving throws and... We'll go with this. Oh, I can't cook here anyways. Okay, wait. Well, if I can't cook...
You're a dwarf. How could Torak do this to one of his children? I'm sure he will take you back if you accept him in your heart.
Okay.
I'd rather accept a dozen swords in my heart than that traitor god.
How do I camouflage myself in a ruin? Alright. Can I see, like, people's opinion of me or something? She's chaotic neutral. Wait, are all of my people... Most of my favorite people are chaotic neutral. Which is kind of what I'm trying to steer my person towards a little bit, so that's kind of fitting. Sweet. Okay, the only place we haven't gone yet is in the middle. Actually, no, wait, hang on. Wait. I do want to go downstairs first. Let's do it.
My search was not in vain.
I don't even know what those are used for yet. Step.
We need to try something else.
Some other way needed.
I thought I had keys. I have like a couple keys.
This is not the way it works.
Okay, so... Do we see any symbols or anything? I have something I want to scratch down in my notebook. Okay, because there is... Okay, so for the moon... there is a... lightning bolt. Kind of like an F. A W. This is where the stairs are, just so I know. And a fish. I'm gonna go all the way back to the other side because I want to see what is on the other side, and we'll go down that stairs too. And then we'll go up the middle. Okay, so lightning, F, the W, and the fish. Okay, so it's both the same.
Forwards. Backwards.
Let's see what's down here.
Time.
Repent!
Move her out of the way. Missed. How do you miss so bad? Whoa! Pop goes the cobalt.
A fine use of my talents.
Repent!
Tear them apart! You forced my hand.
Cannot hide from me.
Really? Oh my gosh. What is this thing's stats? Oh, he's actually wearing armor, so... There we go.
Clever ploy.
Your life ebbs low.
Ay.
They go down!
Really? Oh, come on. There we go. Okay.
What's that?
Ooh. If you think about it, it's kind of ridiculous that pearls are considered such a luxury resource. Literally, all they are is pieces of shell. They're like the inner side of a shell from like an oyster or a clam. That essentially has grown independent of the shell itself. And you can actually seed them by putting in like a small piece under the shell. Because the shell will start to grow like in addition to it or around it or something. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I know you can seed them. Just by putting something into the shell. Okay, so there's a fish. Shamans will probably want to try and get rid of quick. Dragon shaman? Yeah, we'll want to probably get rid of him too.
Will they ever learn?
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, I should get rid of him by the next time he has got a turn. Hopefully, anyways. Oh, come on! There we go. Oh, I did kill the dragon shaman. Sweet.
What a waste. Become as dust.
Oh, come on. Oh, what abilities does he have? Okay. Squish. This is a long game. I think I looked on how to beat, and it's like the average is like 70 hours, but I know that, like, I know somebody that played this who was playing it for, I think, what did he say? Like 400 hours or something, but he was trying to do like a nearly like complete run of like all the endings and doing everything. So how many hours am I in so far? Last night I got up to part 39 uploaded. It should publish tonight at midnight, and each part is roughly 40 minutes to an hour. I usually try to cut the VOD roughly every 40 minutes to an hour. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, but you can probably average it out to like 50 minutes per VOD. It's the easiest way for me to try and guesstimate how much actual playtime I have. So that would be probably like 30 to 40 hours probably so far. Which actually, now that you have me saying that, Digloid, that's freaking ridiculous because I've barely even started. Like, I hardly doubt that I am like far into the game at all. So, yeah, I'm expecting we will be playing this probably for the rest of the year. With like little breaks for things come around. Like, for example, next month, Kina and the Bridge of Spirits releases, and you can damn well bet I am playing that on release. I can't take any time off for it, but I'm hoping to go to a Walmart after work on release day and pick it up. And then we'll play it after work on the Thursday and the Friday and all that weekend. Like, I'm super looking forward to that game. So yeah, I see this being one that we probably work at over the next year. Like, not even joking. With, like, breaks every now and then for something different if I need a break. It's called Kina and the Bridge of Spirits. It is... I originally thought it was a PS5 exclusive. It is not. Apparently it's also on the PS4 and it's going to be on the Epic Store. But it is, I mean, I'm going into it completely blind. The only thing I know about it is there's these little cute black floofs that, like, follow you around everywhere and that you use. No idea how. No idea if they're a combat thing or a puzzle thing. No idea about any of the mechanics. Nothing. I just saw those little black floofs and I was like, I don't care. I need this. So. It's going to be a huge game when it releases. Well, and the best part is, unless they change the pricing, it's currently only listed at like 30 or 40 bucks US. That was what it was the last time I looked into it. And like looked at it on the PlayStation Store. So if I have to, I'll get a digital copy, but I'm really hoping for Kina to be able to get the hard copy. I really like getting hard copies for console games. Just because it kind of ensures that you can keep playing the game even after, you know, networks and all that shit go down if you don't keep it installed on your hard drive. But, at least to an extent, anyways.
Repent.
I also just like the whole, granted, I don't see this being a problem with Kina, but I like the idea where if you never want to touch a game again, you can actually, like, you know, sell it used or trade it back in at the stores, so. But yeah, I am super looking forward to it. And to chill, you can guarantee that if you want to see gameplay, I will be playing it that weekend. At the very latest, if not release days. After work. Like... I'm super looking forward to it. CD keys put a stop to that. No, but not for console versions. For consoles, you can still resell and, like, trade in used copies and stuff. Unless they've changed. But... consoles are, like, consoles, the used versions are still a thing. Like, I'm gonna be getting the PS5 version of this. Of, Kina. For several reasons. One, if they do make use of, like, ray tracing and stuff, or at least ray tracing, like, effects, I'll be able to see them. And, like, we'll be able to just have slightly prettier graphics in general. You never owned a console apart from your original Xbox, which you bought purely to play GTA 5. I had an Xbox 360. Essentially, I'm talking, like, 15 years ago or something ridiculous. Yeah, almost like 15 years ago, with an X, like, we had an Xbox, and I had so many games that when we broke up and I moved out, like, I told my mom, I was like, I need an Xbox for Christmas, and she's like, what do you mean you need an Xbox for Christmas? And she came over, and, like, I had, like, a stack of, like, this many Xbox games, and she's like, okay. After that, I kind of, like, I have a Wii as well. But after that, I went with the PlayStation. And from now on, I'll probably largely stick with the PlayStation. Just because Microsoft has just flat out said that they intend Xbox exclusivity to mean for PC as well. And so, in my mind, unless I get, like, say, like, a digital-only Xbox, for, like, dirt cheap to have something to play, like, in the bedroom, I don't really see a need for it. Whereas PlayStation, you still got some exclusives that you can't get elsewhere. For example, Horizon Zero Dawn, which was the primary reason why I wanted my PS5. Apparently it's going to be on the PS4 as well, but I'd rather just get it on the PS5 for the better graphics.
Your life ebbs.
Apparently I can't hit these two guys, like, for shit.
Cannot hide from me.
Like, what the hell? Like, 26 is kind of high, but I swear I've seen higher. I rolled a frickin' 1. Come on, Amiri. There we go. Plus, the PS5 has a few extra things going for it as well. Like, I really do like the controller and the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers and stuff. So. But, yes, Kina. Release date for Kina is... I have it on my phone. I've had it in my phone for, like, almost a year. August 24th. So that's a Tuesday, which is gonna suck. But on that Tuesday, I will hopefully be able to stop by Walmart after work, and hopefully they'll have some in stock. Actually, I could go on my lunch, too. super excited for that game.
Waste.
I think it's gonna be a ton of fun. I'm so looking forward to it. Not so lucky of a longbow if you're missing so much. It's the longest fight ever. There we go. Get that rage out of Miri. Oh, finally. Okay, so we got a couple of belts. I need to see what those are. Okay, so we have a fish. Incredible dexterity. Okay, well, we know who's got to wear that. This dude. Physical might. Strength and constitution. What's this belt? Hang on. Strength, dexterity, and constitution. Okay, so that's probably better for her. Could give this one a harem. And then just regular old constitution. Let's see. I'll give to him because we're eventually going to make him a little more melee-ish. That's probably why he's so slow. I'm trying to get him something that weighs lighter, but we'll worry about that later. Since he's not doing the ranged yet. Look, this is the rune of the Langabuk clan. Their whole clan must have perished many years ago. Now we know the place where their path ended. Let Grotus wrap them up in his eternal emptiness. Harem reaches his hand forwards as if trying to touch the rune. But at the last moment, he jerks his fingers away. Okay, so we've got fish. Oops. Fish. And that is Langabuk. Where their path ended? I don't see a mountain of skulls below this rune. Some historians have lost their diplomas for such rash conclusions and sweeping generalizations. As far as I have heard, there's a big dwarven clan, the Langabuk, somewhere in Drumma. I guess they own some sort of trade caravan business. They even own a store and rest stop, supposedly. So they didn't perish yet, after all. What a shame. Harem lets out a discontented sigh. Anyway, every living creature is bound to die. He claims, but without too much certainty. Why does this rune shine? Dwarves like to mark the walls of their fortresses and caves. They use their clan rune for this purpose. Usually they enchant this rune to spread light, so the dwarves can proudly observe it even in total darkness. Harem examines the rune one more time. Where is all your pride now, O Langabuk clan? For all we know, the dwarves just left. We can't be so sure about their deaths. Hey, Sprocket! Harem sighs with sadness. We know they had left, and we know they have never returned to the Dwarven Kingdom in the south. So what do you imagine could happen to them? Harem shakes his head resignedly, his beard making a slight rustling sound while moving over his chest. No, Kitty, all your hopes are empty, as are any hopes in the world, I must add. What do you know about the clan? Harem nods with dignity, pulling his beard again. Dwarves have long, long lives. When my father was still young, he saw the Langabuck's exodus from Five Kings Mountains. They were heading to the north. Whole city had gathered then to wave goodbye to them. No one ever saw them again. Now I know what horrible fate befell over their poor souls. Okay, so there's a fish on this side. On sun side.
I don't like surprises.
I don't know. Cool. Oh, wait. Ooh. I guess I'm almost down to medium, too.
Trail me.
Is this a fun game? I mean, I enjoy it. It's kind of like Divinity Original Sin 2.
Not the way it works.
So.
Once a girl told me my eyes light up her world. I said that the blessing of Sarenrae will light up her soul. She seemed disappointed.
What do we have here? You can thank me now.
Okay, go this way. It's definitely a long game, though. I can tell that already.
We need to try something else. Yes?
Oh boy. Well, time for some bombs, methinks. Holy shit! I just one-shot that thing! Like, it'll come back up, but... It's a strategic kind of RTS. Based off of old tabletops. Like RPGs. Shit. Oh wait, crap. I wanted to use oil slick with her. And I completely butchered that.
Become as dust.
Nice. Okay, I think we're getting stronger. How? Throw a firebomb at these guys. There we go. Oh, come on. Heal. Because our mammoth is getting a little low.
Ouch. Repent.
Cannot hide.
There we go. Keeps making you want to play Original Sin 2. There we go. Okay. That's it. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, if I didn't enjoy it, or at least didn't think that there was potential for me to enjoy it, I wouldn't keep playing it, so. Like, if you like these kinds of games, then yes, it is a lot of fun.